Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 3, which is entitled as Karma Yoga. Sloka 40. Indriyāṇi mano buddhir asyādhiṣṭhānam ucyate etair vimohayaty jñānam āvṛtya dehinam. So in this sloka, now Krishna explains what are the tools or the strategic points that karma uses to capture, uses to cover the Atma jñānam. Indriyāṇi, the senses, mano, mind, buddhir, the knowledge, the intelligence. Asyādhiṣṭhānam, takes place or uses these points to cover, āvṛtya, cover, and bewilder. By covering, it bewilders, vimohayaty, bewilders, jñānam, the knowledge, dehinam, of the living entity. So, the enemy has to capture, if the enemy has to capture someone, then it has to have some strategic plans. They have to have a strategic plan. Likewise, our enemy, the karma, has captured different strategic positions or points in the body of the conditioned soul. And therefore, Krishna is giving how compassionate Krishna is, that is showing us our enemy's strategic positions, helping us to identify so we can be careful and take proper measure to escape from this enemy. Therefore, Krishna is giving the hints of those places so that one who wants to conquer the enemy may know where he can be found, where this enemy can be found. So these are the three strategic points, or one can say tools, that karma uses to cover the true knowledge of Atma and put him into a vimohayaty. Vimohayaty means bewilders, or put him into an illusion. The illusion is considering the poisonous worldly things to be nectarian. Because every Atma that is bewildered in illusion, this is what they think, and this happens because of the karma that covers the knowledge of the Atma in these three strategic points. By doing so, what happens to the Atma, the person, living entity, is considered the poisonous worldly thing to be nectarian. And considering the nectarian Atma, the Atma realization or Paramatma realization, to be poisonous. Considering the eternal Atma to be perishable. Considering the perishable body to be eternal. Considering the body to be Atma, Atma to be the body. Considering things that doesn't belong to him as belongs to him. Considering ownership of things around him. Considering one to be the doer. Considering to do any action for the purpose of getting some material results. All these are called illusion, moha. And this is caused due to the karma covering these points, the buddhi, manas and indriya. So the tools that karma uses are these things to bring one into illusion, moha. And among these three, the very first one it captures is buddhi. Because that's where the determination sets. Determination of wanting to attain the self-realization, Atma Darshan. So what karma does is first goes and attacks the buddhi, so it spoils the determination of the buddhi. Then based on the buddhi determination, usually that's what we saw before also, based on the determination of the buddhi, the mind functions. And based on the mind functions, the senses get directed. Now, when the determination of buddhi is checked or spoiled, the mind loses its ability. And because when the mind loses its ability, and the indriyas now goes out of control. So the karma controls, or it's called asyādhiṣṭhānam, takes position, takes control over, holds these points. By this, makes them dance as it wishes. Now let's divide the karma into two. There is the karma, good karma, and there is also bad karma. That is karma and good things and karma and wrong things. If it is a good karma, then that karma will strengthen further the Buddhist determination of wanting to have self-realization, Atma realization, Paramatma realization stronger, if it is a good karma. With that determination, the mind gets its direction towards good things. When the minds get direction towards good things, the indriyas will also follow towards a good thing. At the end, everything is good. So, whereas if the karma is wrong thing, that's the second category. If it is bad karma, then the karma will weaken the determination of the buddhi from the self-realization program into the body realization program. That is, changes the determination. Rather than focusing on the self, focus on the body, focus on the senses, focus on the sense objects. And that becomes now as a new determination of the buddhi, which then makes the mind go towards the wrong thing, which makes the senses also rush towards the objects for its own enjoyment and start enjoying the senses. And as it starts enjoying the senses, and it's not going to end off it, it keeps increasing. The karma keeps increasing. So at the end, everything is bad. So one might ask a question, how can there be we can understand there's a karma of a wrong thing category. How can there be a karma of good thing? Can there be a karma which is good? Of course, there can be a good karma. Karma means desire. So the desire, the karma to attain self-realization or Paramatma realization are called good karmas, and they are good to have as a determination, or good to have that are good karmas. So if we see, we are coming to close chapter 3, and Krishna, this is how Krishna takes the entire Bhagavad Gita, most of the chapters, that Krishna spends most of the time talking about difficulties. And at the end of the chapter, he tells one or two slokas, a few slokas, about the alternate solution, good ones, and its benefits. And that seems to be the method that Krishna follows in Gita. Well, why Krishna has to speak about bad things so much, the difficulty so much? Why can't he just give the solution and its benefit? Would have been much easier. And Bhagavad Gita could have ended in just few number of slokas rather than 700 slokas. Well, the reason Krishna has spent so much time speaking about the difficulties is because unless we know the difficulties, we will not come to or appreciate the alternate solution that Krishna is providing us and appreciates its benefits. That's why we see Krishna is always trying his best to place and make us understand the difficulties involved in certain paths in attaining him. And the recommendation he's giving is much simpler. indriyāṇi mano buddhir asyādhiṣṭhānam ucyate etair vimohayaty jñānam āvṛtya dehinam. Namaste. Hare Krishna.